last year. For instance, I think the first 5 games out of your 57 third down plays, 50 of them were in 11 grouping. Now it's completely different all over the place. How much of that did you examine? How much of that has been measured to try to vary what you're doing on those downs and distances?
That's a good question. Certainly you want to have some balance to what you're doing. But what really factors more into those decisions on 3rd and 2 to 10 is typically who are your best players, what's the best way to get them the ball, and how can you best match up against what somebody else is doing. And typically on anywhere from 3rd and 4 to 10 yards, you're going to see some form of cover one every week, some kind of man coverage. You're probably going to see some kind of zone. For most people, it lives in the 2-high world. For some people, they play a little bit of post-safety zone to match their one. How can you best affect that? How can you best get matchups? And how can you get the ball to the guys you really want to get it to, the guys that can win in those situations? And whether it's more, mesh type, crossing routes, if you look at us, I know we've always said this in the run game, hey, we run 3 plays. And that's true, and that's still true. We run 3 plays. How they get dressed up, what personnel group, formationally, how we try to match those things up, well, that can vary a lot week to week. And really, when you look at the passing game, and especially third down passing game, it's pretty much the same thing. You're going to try to run about 3 or 4 concepts. How many different ways can you make them look? Sometimes it's as easy as changing personnel groups and just having a bigger guy do something a smaller guy normally does. And usually that's far away from the play. It's window dressing. But we try to be cognizant every week of what we don't want to do is go out there and run the same play we ran the week before the same way we ran it. Because that's what those guys watch. Just like they don't want to line up and everybody has these exotic third down blitzes, we're not typically going to see the same one that they showed on tape the week before. They know we've studied that. So it's kind of that cat and mouse game. We like to change the personnel, but when you look at a guy like Noah Fant, he really lives in that hybrid world anyway. So sometimes we have 2 tight ends on the field, but we just as easily could play with 3 receivers on the field and do the same kind of thing. So I think if you look at what we've done, sometimes you have the same call come up 2 or 3 times. You just put a little formational or personnel window dressing on it.